Morning you have to go to the toilet. What is the first thing would you would do in the toilet? Huh? Just be straightforward. Okay, you go to the toilet, you brush your teeth.
No.
Why do you have to think so much? Brush your teeth. Okay. So when you brush your teeth, water splashes on that mirror. Toothpaste on that mirror. Is that right?
Yeah.
How many of you cleaned it off right after you use it? Raise your hand, please. I want to see you. Okay, about 20, 30 people out of 100 and 1,000 of people here that actually wiping it off after you brush your teeth and all those spots on the mirror. Why? Lazy. That is the correct answer. Laziness. Okay, I will do it later. It's okay. I'm rushing right now. That is the answer. Rushing. Right? We always rushing. We rush to go to the toilet. We rush to change and we rush out that door and then we forget our lover at home. We rush to go back and pick up the lover and then rush out the door again. Is that right?
Yes.
You could forget your children, but you cannot forget your lover. That is so sad. So when you go to the toilet, brush your teeth, please clean the mirror right away. After you finish brushing your teeth, clean it. It means whenever things happen to your life, don't record it. Don't hold it. Let it go right away. If that person bump into you, give them a reaction. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Walk away. Instead of give them a bullet eyes. Right? That is how you let it go. That is how we purify our mind. That is how we clean our mind. The mind is that mirror. The more you let spots sticking on it, the more you cannot see yourself. Is that right? Because it's getting blurrier. Blurry and blurry every single time when you add more spot to it. Same thing when you keep on recording all those nonsense things and all those bad things and unhappy things in our mind. When you have full of thoughts that's unwholesome, you are overwhelmed with thought, and that is when you become stressful and anxiety and depression and commit to suicide. So that mirror reflects your mind. Purify your mind. Clean that mind right at that moment when the incident occurred. Don't wait for a week or 2 weeks or a month. Because after you waited for a month, that mirror is full of spots and sticking really hard. Now you want to clean it, you have to go to Home Depot and Lowe's and Walmart. You know what? After this journey, Home Depot, Lowe's, and Walmart have to pay me commission. Just kidding. I talk about them a lot. So you need to go there and get some chemicals and cleaning tools. Is that right? Now go home, you need to apply it to that mirror and try hard to clean it. Is it difficult? Yes. You need to take more effort and time to clean that mirror to make it clear, right? Why would you want to do that when you can just wipe it off right off at that moment? Easy, done. So who's in here that will clean your mirror every single time from now? Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. And so, by doing that, means you don't carry your lover into that toilet with you. Okay? Because you need to be mindful on brushing your teeth. And be mindful to clean that mirror after you get out from that toilet. Still no lovers yet. Get a piece of paper and a pen now. Write down the statement. Say, today is going to be my peaceful day. Remember, this is very important even though it's something that the children do. But it doesn't matter what age. We have to train ourselves back to the old days. Using our pen, our hand to write it. And our mind is thinking of those words, writing it. Hand and mind pairing together. And then after that, read it over and over with our eyes. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Today is going to be my peaceful day. So eyes and mind pairing together. And then after that, read it out loud with our mouth. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Say it out loud. It doesn't matter if your family say that, are you okay? Yes, I am okay. I'm doing something good here, so don't bother me. Okay? Say it out loud. Tell the universe that today is going to be my peaceful day so that no one in this world can mess it up. Remember, no one in this world can mess it up if you don't let them. That sound come, you go through that straw and go out to this ear. Don't keep it. Anything come, just wipe it right off. Anything come, just let it go right away. Don't bring it home. Don't carry it with you. You've been carrying a lot of rocks on your shoulders. You add in more and more to your shoulders every day. Now is the time to drop them down. Not to collect anymore, but letting them go. That is how we change our life. And so, throughout the day, be mindful with, today is going to be my peaceful day. Be mindful with everything you do. One thing at a time. Do not multitask anymore. Eating, just be mindful on eating. Cleaning, just mindful on cleaning. Shower, just shower, no music. Changing, no music. Reading, no lovers. Okay, when you read, the book is right in front of you and the lover right beside it. I'm pretty sure your eyes will catch the lover more than the book. Okay? So, leave the lover alone to the side. Do one thing at a time. If you could do that, you change your life completely. We lack of focus. We lack of concentration. So much. And we lose in our memories every single day because of your lovers. You depend on that lover too much. Our eyes getting blurry. Our minds forgetting things. It's because we depend on technologies too much. Even a simple math, we cannot calculate it within our head. We have to use calculator and levers. That is so sad. And our kids is now doing the same thing. Even worse. Right? We don't want to go there. Ask yourself, 15, 20 years ago, how many phone numbers you remember? A whole phone book? How much phone number you remember now? 5? 5 is a lot already. What happened? We losing our memory every day. If we continue doing this, one day we just sit in here. Have I eaten yet? What should I do now? We're gonna become like that. Our mind is shrinking. It's shrinking. And all those suffering is expanding. Unfortunately, that's the fact. That's the truth. So we need to change from now. How many of us willing to change our life from now? Can you tell me, are you willing to change or not? Yes. That energy is not the change in energy. Will you change your life from now on?
Yes.
Will you practice mindfulness and to have peace for yourself from now on? Will you walk with us until the end of our life? Thank you so much. That is energy that we are looking for. Okay? Don't waste time for anything else, but use our time to work on this to have peace for ourselves. Together, we can change this world. But for the venerable monks alone, we cannot do this. And no one in this world could do that. But together, like today, you see, with that energy, with that sound, we could change anything. Imagine if all the people in this country and around the world are doing the same thing. We throw that loving kindness and compassion and peace to the universe, only it will shower back down with love and kindness and compassion and peace, so that this world will become a better place for all future generations to live and for us to live. Is it wonderful? Yes! That is how the world should be. We don't need to continue fighting anymore. Instead, we need to fight with ourselves. Thank you so much, everyone. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Okay, last, we will give you the peace bracelet. Is this what you're looking for? Me. Okay. Tell you a story. When we walk, there's a lady write on a piece of paper say, "I want to adopt you." Okay, so here the venerable monks will give out the peace bracelet for you. You know the meaning behind it, right? It means that we will tie you up with us so that you cannot escape from walking with us. Okay? So every time when you look at that peace bracelet, it reminds you that you have met the venerable monks, and so that you need to be patient, you need to practice mindfulness to have peace for yourself and your family, and to spread to throughout this world. Thank you so much, everyone. Once you get one, please make a way out to both sides, left and right, so that way all the people can get one as well. And please, don't ask to take the pictures at this time. Thank you.
Consider the very first moments of your day. The alarm sounds, or perhaps the sun simply nudges you awake, and immediately the machinery of the mind begins to whir. There is a physiological urgency, a need to visit the bathroom, but accompanied by a mental urgency that is far more demanding. We are, as a culture, perpetually rushing. We rush to the toilet. We rush to the sink. We rush to brush our teeth. And we mentally rush out the door before our feet have even touched the hallway floor. In this frantic momentum, we often leave behind the things that matter most: our peace, our presence, and sometimes, metaphorically speaking, even our loved ones. We might forget our children or our spouses in the flurry of our anxiety. Yet there is one lover we never forget to carry with us. A rectangular, glowing companion that demands our attention before we have even greeted ourselves in the mirror. But let us pause for a moment in that bathroom, right in front of the sink, because it is here, in the most mundane of domestic settings, that the profound work of spiritual awakening can begin. When you stand before the mirror to brush your teeth, physics and chemistry take place. Water splashes. Small white flecks of toothpaste fly from the bristles and land on the glass. This is a natural consequence of the activity. But the critical question, one that serves as a diagnostic for our entire approach to life, is what you do next. Do you wipe it off immediately? Or do you leave it? If we are honest, many of us leave it. We tell ourselves we are too busy, that we are rushing, that we will clean it later. We justify this small act of negligence with the heavy importance of our schedule. I'll do it when I come home, we say. But this laziness, this deferral of maintenance, is not just about bathroom hygiene. It is a perfect analogy for emotional hygiene. The mirror is your mind. The spots are the daily irritations, the judgments, the small conflicts, and the sensory overload that splash against your consciousness. When we allow these spots to remain, we obscure our true reflection. A mind covered in the residue of yesterday's grievances and this morning's rush cannot see itself clearly. It becomes blurry. The more spots we tolerate, the more distorted our perception of reality becomes until we are looking at the world through a film of accumulated negativity. This is the root of so much of our modern suffering. Stress, anxiety, and depression often stem from a mind that has been allowed to get dirty and stay dirty. We are recording and holding on to nonsense, keeping a tally of every slight and every worry, just as the glass holds onto the toothpaste. The practice of mindfulness offers a radical alternative. Clean it now. If an interaction with a stranger irritates you, if someone bumps into you, do not record it. Do not etch it into your memory. Wipe the mirror of your mind instantly. Offer a silent wish for their peace and move on. By refusing to let the residue stick, you maintain the clarity of your original nature, keeping the mirror bright and capable of true reflection. However, the human tendency is to wait. We hoard our emotional debris, perhaps thinking we will process it when we have time, or perhaps because we have become addicted to the weight of our own stories. But consider the mechanics of cleaning a mirror that has been neglected for a month. The spots have hardened. The grime is stubborn. A simple wipe with a cloth is no longer sufficient. Now, you have to go to the store, to Home Depot, to Lowe's, to Walmart, to buy specialized chemicals and heavy-duty tools. You have to scrub. You have to exert force. It becomes a project. In our emotional lives, this trip to Home Depot represents the intense, often painful work required to heal deep-seated trauma and long-held grudges that could have been released in the moment they occurred. Why do we choose the hard path? Why do we choose to carry rocks on our shoulders until our knees buckle, necessitating a complex intervention to remove them? There is a profound efficiency in mindfulness. It is the art of low-friction living. If we clean the mirror the moment the spot appears, it takes zero effort. It is gone in a second. We don't need the chemicals of harsh therapy or the heavy lifting of a breakdown to find clarity if we are diligent in the small moments. The wisdom here is to avoid the accumulation of suffering by addressing the stain of a negative emotion immediately, by looking at it, acknowledging it, and wiping it away with compassion. We save ourselves hours, days, or even years of scrubbing later on. We avoid the need to pay a commission to the Home Depots of the mental health crisis by simply being present and proactive housekeepers of our own minds. To cultivate this kind of immediate resilience, we need a strong intention, a daily vow that acts as a shield against the chaos. This practice begins, again, in the quiet of the morning, perhaps after the mirror is clean. It involves a return to the tactile, analog world, a pen and a piece of paper. In an age of digital ephemeralism, the act of writing by hand is a powerful neurocognitive anchor. We must write down a single, unshakable statement. Today is going to be my peaceful day. This is not a passive hope. It is an active declaration of sovereignty. When you write this sentence, you are engaging your entire being. Your hand forms the letters, your eyes track the ink, and your mind conceptualizes the meaning. Then, you must read it out loud. Let your ears hear the vibration of your own voice claiming peace. This ritual tells the universe, and more importantly, your own subconscious, that you have set a boundary. You are deciding, in advance, that no matter what the traffic looks like, no matter what news flashes across the screen, no matter the mood of your boss or your family, the territory of your inner peace is inviolable. You are telling the world, I am doing something good here. Don't bother me. This doesn't mean you ignore the world, but rather that you engage with it from a position of stability. When you have set this intention, the insults and stresses of the world lose their stickiness. They pass through you like sound through a hollow straw, in one ear and out the other. You don't hold them. You don't bring them home. You have already decided that the day is peaceful. So anything that contradicts that peace is simply wiped off the mirror immediately. Yet, even with the cleanest mirror and the strongest vow, we face a formidable adversary in our quest for presence. The lover we previously mentioned. This lover is seductive, demanding, and constantly by our side. It is, of course, the smartphone. We treat this device with more reverence and attention than our actual partners, children, or friends. We rush back home if we forget it. We panic if it is out of reach. We sleep with it next to our pillows. This dependency has created a crisis of cognition and connection. We are losing our memories because we have outsourced them to the cloud. We can no longer remember phone numbers, simple directions, or even the flow of a conversation without checking a screen. Our minds are shrinking as our digital dependence expands. This lover is a thief. It steals the vibrancy of the present moment. When you are reading a book, but the phone is sitting right next to it, your peripheral vision is constantly seduced by the black mirror. You are not truly reading. You are waiting to be interrupted. When we are with our families, we are often alone together, physically present but mentally teleported to a digital elsewhere. The tragedy is that our eyes are becoming blurry not just from strain, but from a lack of true seeing. Our minds are becoming forgetful not from age, but from disuse. To reclaim our lives, we must have the courage to set this lover aside. We must create boundaries. If we continue to let this device dictate our attention, we risk waking up one day having lived a life of fragmentation, wondering where the time went, unable to recall the flavor of our meals or the specific shade of our partner's eyes because we were too busy looking down. The antidote to this fragmentation is the practice of monotasking. It is a return to the simplicity of doing one thing at a time with total devotion. In our culture, multitasking is often worn as a badge of honor, a sign of productivity. In reality, it is a recipe for anxiety and shallow experience. Mindfulness asks us to dismantle this habit. When you eat, just eat. Taste the texture, the heat, the spice. Do not eat while watching the news or scrolling through emails. When you shower, just shower. Feel the water. Smell the soap. Do not plan your workday or replay an argument from 5 years ago. This sounds deceptively simple, yet it is the hardest thing for the modern mind to do. We are terrified of the silence that comes with monotasking. We fill every gap with music, podcasts, or texts, but it is in that silence, in that singular focus, that life actually happens. If you can do one thing at a time, you change your life completely. You move from a state of chaotic scattering to a state of gathered strength. Your concentration returns. Your memory improves because you are actually paying attention to what is happening as it happens. By removing the layers of distraction, you allow the richness of the ordinary to surface. You realize that you don't need to be entertained every second. Being alive is entertainment enough if you are truly present for it. Ultimately, this work of cleaning the mirror, setting intentions, putting away the phone, and focusing on the present is not just a self-improvement project. It is a contribution to the world. We often feel helpless when looking at the state of global affairs, wondering how we can possibly make a difference. But the energy of the collective is made up of the energy of individuals. We cannot give what we do not have. If we are full of turmoil, rushing, and aggression, we add to the world's turmoil. If we cultivate peace within, we become a reservoir of peace for others. Imagine the physics of this spiritual energy. If we all throw anger and hatred up into the atmosphere, it must eventually rain back down on us as war and conflict. But if we, individually and then collectively, throw love, kindness, and peace up to the universe, it will shower back down as a blessing for future generations. This is the only way to change the world. By changing the quality of the mind that inhabits it, we stop fighting with others and start fighting the bad habits within ourselves. As we walk this path, we are not alone. We are bound together by a shared desire for a better existence, symbolized by the peace bracelet tied around the wrist, a reminder that we are tethered to this practice. It is a gentle constraint, a memory aid that says, I am committed to patience. I am committed to mindfulness. It reminds us that we have met the teachers. We have heard the truth, and we have a responsibility to carry it forward. So, let us clean our mirrors. Let us put down the heavy rocks. Let us look at the world with clear eyes, unburdened by the rushing and the distraction, and walk together toward a peace that is not just a dream, but a daily, practical reality.